As a big fan of murder mysteries, I had to watch Death and Other Details as it seemed to be the combination of Only Murders in the Building meeting The White Lotus. I was right or wrong at the same time. It does have the aesthetic of The White Lotus and has rich, annoying characters just like the Emmy winner show. But it's not as interesting and not at all as funny as Only Murders. I couldn't especially connect with the main character as she seems smart but impulsive. We also couldn't get past Mandy Patinkin's ridiculous attempt at a British accent. I hope it gets better in the upcoming episodes. Anyway, I might sound a little brutal, but the negative reviews are over. Let's look at what I got from the first 2 episodes. Here are a few things I noticed that could help us guess who the murderer is in the next episodes of the season. One thing that I saw that was shown only for a second was Keith/Danny entering a room that was not his on the night of the gala. It seemed like Anna and Layla's room, but I cannot be sure. If he entered their room, he might have talked about his identity with Layla, and that's why she probably said there was no Keith Trubinsky to her wife. She definitely knows more about Danny, and I'm sure it will come out sooner or later. Another thing that I noticed was the woman with the big hat that we saw 2 times. Once, she was walking in the corridor while Imogene was sneaking into Danny's room. Why was she wearing a huge beach hat at night? Let me remind you. She was also seen next to Keith at the bar. One person I can think of is Imogene's mother, who might have faked her own death to get rid of that Victor Sams guy that Rufus kept mentioning. Maybe she's in hiding until Rufus finds out who wants to kill her. It's still early for this kind of theory and I don't really have any proof to back it up, but I wanted to share it anyway. Before moving on to my next observation, let me cordially remind you to subscribe to Hometown Skeptic. You won't regret it. I also have a feeling that Derek, who always keeps his camera on, recorded something about the murder somehow. In every scene we see him, he's recording something. Even if it's not the murder itself, he probably recorded an important conversation or an event that will prove to be a significant clue in solving the murder. Also, he was the only character who was not interviewed by Rufus, which is strange, isn't it? I actually lied to you earlier. I will continue with my negative comments until the show gets better. Don't you think too much relies on Imogene's intelligence and charisma, but her dialogue is always so boring and bland? I'm afraid the other characters are not interesting either. Perhaps Layla a little bit. Rufus is also supposed to be this quintessential quirky genius, but I couldn't see that so far. Something is missing in Death and Other Details. I hope the show manages to get better in the remaining episodes. I'll probably watch the rest of the episodes because I'm curious about the murder mystery, and I'll do review/theory videos in the upcoming weeks. Don't forget to subscribe if you're interested. For now, I love you and see you soon.